for Rude Girls Talk. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate having you. How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Okay,
We were
so
making
for
a joke. I was like, for anybody, like my hair is still wet, so you know how it goes working from home. So just
yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but before we get
yep.
into that, for anybody that's watching that does not know who Tamiko is, even though a lot of people that watch already do, she is a publicist, and she got her start working with Usher and Goody Mob before launching her own PR firm, Word Inc. And her clientele has included Outkast, Rocco, Zaytoven, Shardy Lowe, Sunny Digital, Metro Boomin, DJ Spins, Nipsey Hussle. The list goes on and on and on. She manages my very good friend DJ Princess Cut, and mainly I work with Tamiko a lot with Zaytoven. So what kind of stuff have you been doing? I've seen that you've been doing some seminars.
You know what? It really disturbed me really bad when I knew that African Americans, Blacks were really disproportionately affected by Corona, and a lot of it stemmed, of course, from the immune system. So they said that was one of the ways that you could, kind of help fight it if you were to contract it. So I did a few seminars about financial health because obviously a lot of people, myself included, you could get caught out there with your pants down. So it made me think more about my finances. So I did a seminar with Curtis Daniels, who owns Patchwork, because he is if nobody knows, he's like a phenomenal like financial guru. So I talked to him, and I talked to one of my homegirls that's into like herbs and sea moss. And Princess Cut started selling sea moss too.
She
Um,
did.
yeah, so everybody was kind of finding these hustles, but I did it more so from the standpoint of really trying to help my community really build up their health, myself included, to help fight this invisible devil.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
when this all started, when we were still right when we shut everything down, I had Rose Mom on the show, and we did a three-part series just because we wanted everybody to know what they needed to be doing. So I think it's really good that we've done things like that.
Absolutely. But I just realized too, I work with Jason Jeter, who, if nobody knows, he co-founded Grand Hustle with T.I. And we've been doing something called Heavy Talks. And so we've been doing a lot of one-on-one conversations with people like Tuma Basa, at YouTube, Dame Dash, Coach K. So we've been really working hard on that end too.
Shoot, let me know if they want to come on the show. Side hustle.
Flax girl too.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Getting your hustle on during Corona. What are some of the things that you've done that have helped you?
So Zay, we're redoing his A to Z book. We're adding a couple of things to it. So I've been helping people like him. I also wrote another ebook, but
Okay.
it's called LV, for losses and victories, because obviously during quarantine, like, you have nothing but time to think. And I thought a lot about, the things that I've done wrong in life. And so many books always talk about what to do, and this book is more about what not to do. Like, follow my steps, don't do this. And so that's something that I've been working on, and really just doing a lot of writing, and my clothing line, Hope Heritage, been working on that, or brand rather.
Mm-hmm.
Because I consider it more of a community. Nipsey said something. He said you have to fight to stay inspired, and I never looked at it like that, because I don't know about you, girl, but every day I don't wake up wanting to do what I do, even though I love it, and I look at it like that's something. And I wanted to build a community where we inspire each other, or people can come to the Instagram page and read something, and hopefully that'll help them with their day.
That was why I asked you to do the blog post a couple months ago, because I was like, we're really out here doing God's work.
Yeah, I look at it just like that, God's work.
So
Mhm.
you feel like you've been more spiritual and been able to get closer to God during this time?
Absolutely. I mean, I've always considered myself a pretty, spiritual person, but this season has definitely, amplified that within me. And it's not just about me. Like, I really want to see other people thrive, because I've seen so many people, fall into like depressions and, get down about things. So I really want to see other people be uplifted. And if I can help in some way with that, I want to, be a part of that.
Okay, so if you had some advice for Megan Thee Stallion right now, what would you tell her?
Hmm. That's interesting. I love that she came out yesterday and had a really transparent, honest display about how she was feeling and what she was going through. I would tell her just to, I think she needs to just continue to heal. But as a publicist, I would also say help, you know, be a little more active on social media to show people, how you're getting along through that process. Not anything heavy or long, but just little posts like, hey guys, I'm doing a nature walk today, kind of trying to calm my mind. Or I've been, reading this book, if you hotties want to get into,
Yeah. So kind of drop the hot girl persona, the toxic female type stuff for a second and be real. Is that what you're saying basically?
well, I mean, at this point, it's an army, you know what I mean? I don't think she can slow it down, but I think what she can do is utilize her influence to help other hotties. I'm sure that some of them have experienced what she's going through. So
Hmm.
I think that's a way she can relate to her fan base in a completely different way.
Maybe we'll tag her and she'll see this.
Maybe so. I love her.
I do.
I love her. I love Cardi and I love Sweetie. Like I've really been into her lately.
Yes, I love
Mhm.
me some Sweetie. Yes, we recently did a lot to get her on the cover of Maxim magazine. They called us about that, so we're the ones that were like, yeah, yeah.
Oh
So
my God. Should have known you and Ro were behind that.
yes, exactly. We're behind the scenes of a lot. So if anybody wanted to reach out to Miko for consulting or PR, how could they get in touch with you?
Instagram is the best. My email is even there. And it's my name, Tamiko Hope, Tamikohope.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping through Rugal Radio.
Thank you, girl. I enjoyed it.
Okay.